Hello, children, and welcome back to your English class. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. Though we are under restrictions, but still, there are many things that you could have done at home. Okay, so now we begin with our English literature, and the lesson that we take up is a very interesting story. It is from a novel, Robinson Crusoe. This is a famous novel written by Daniel Defoe. If you get a time, you may please read the whole novel. Reading is an activity which actually enhances your language skills. So, my suggestion is whenever you have some free time, you take up any book of your choice and read. And by book, I mean a good book. So, this is one of those good books. So, this Robinson Crusoe was a sailor, and this sailor was on a ship and the ship got wrecked. So, this man was the only survivor and he got stuck up at an island. So, this is a story while he had been living alone on this island for many years, and suddenly one day he found some footprints on a part of beach which he had not visited for quite a long time. And as is natural, this man became very frightened on seeing those unknown footprints. So now let's read from the lesson. You may take up your book and read as I read with you. Robinson Crusoe's ship had been destroyed by the sea. He had been alone for many years and longed for company. One day he discovers a footprint on the sand. Let's find out what he did then. One day, when I was going towards my boat, I was surprised to see the footprint of a man on the sand. I stood amazed. I listened. I looked around me. I could neither hear nor see anything. I went up higher to look down. I went up the shore and down the shore, but it was no good. I could find no other footprint but that one. So, while this man was going towards his boat, he had constructed a boat for himself here, he was surprised to see the print of a man on the sand, and he was very surprised, as I told you, and he tried to see everywhere if he could see whose print it was, but he could find only that particular footprint on that particular place and none other. I went to it again to see if there were any more footprints and to tell if it had been my imagination. But I was not mistaken, for there was exactly the print of a foot, toes, heel, every part of a foot. I could not imagine how it came there. So now the man thought it may be my imagination, and again he went to that place to see. But it was there actually. I stayed a long time thinking, but became more and more confused. So here you can see the boat which he had made for himself. It's a makeshift arrangement, but anyway he was managing well. At last I returned home very frightened, looking behind me after every 2 or 3 steps, mistaking every bush and tree to be a man. Now here he did not have a proper home for himself, but he had found a cave which he called his home. And he was so frightened he could not think of anything but of running back home. When I came to my cave, which I called my castle, I ran inside it as if I was being chased. I do not remember whether I used the ladder or went in by the hole in the rock which I called the door. I ran for cover faster than any animal could run. Now this man was so frightened he started running back home, and while he was running he ran very fast, and even while running Every bush and tree that he crossed on his way, it appeared to him as if anybody was behind them or somebody was chasing. I did not sleep that night. The more I thought about what I had seen, the more afraid I became. I thought it could be one of the savages of the mainland who had wandered out to the sea in a small boat. So he's saying that he could not sleep that night, and the more he thought about it, he became even more afraid, and he thought it was one of the savages. There must be some island nearby, and he knew that on that island there were some savages. Savages are people who are actually like animals, who behave like animals. So he thought it was one of the savages from that island who had come to his island in a small boat. Luckily, I was not on shore at that time. But what if he had seen my boat? If he had seen the boat, he would have realized that someone lived on the island and would soon return with others to kill and eat me. Now his thought process is continuously working, and he thought if it was a savage and he had seen the boat on the island, then he would know that somebody was living here, and then he may come with his other friends and would kill him and even eat him. And so I lay fearful for many days and prayed for protection. In doing so, I was much comforted and began going out to investigate. So, with this fear, he spent many days inside his home. And what he could do was he could pray. So, he's admitting that while he prayed, he was comforted. And then slowly he gathered courage and began to go out and investigate. But even now, as I went forward, I looked behind me frequently because I was still very frightened. However, as I went about for 2 or 3 days and saw nothing, I became a little bolder. So gradually, as the days are passing, he is gathering more courage. I decided to go down to the shore again and examine the footprint once more. I decided to measure it with my own foot mark. Now he's thinking it may be my own footprint, so he decided to measure it with his print. As I came closer to the footprint, I realized that it could not be my footprint because I had not come to this part of the beach since a long time. Secondly, as I placed my foot alongside that footprint, it seemed larger than my own. Now again, this was again more frightening for him because he decided it could not be his footprint due to two reasons. First, he had not come to this beach in a very long time, and second, that the size of the footprint was larger than his own. My fear returned. I went home again, believing that there was someone there. The island was inhabited. So this is only an extract from the novel. Now read as I read it out to you. Read the lesson and underline the difficult words that you find here and learn the spellings of the difficult words. Children, continuously you are asking me whether we have to write difficult words in copy. Don't write the spellings, learn the spellings. They are already in the book. On the next turn, I will give you the question answers of the book and the workbook. Today we will do some more exercises of the book. I will send you the PDF. So take care, learn well. Bye for now.